man walk into my office in a very depressed mood, and before we started talking, he was crying. What's the problem? He said, please help me. I am addicted to cocaine. That's his word. And it's killing me. I said, how long has this been? He said, for a good number of years. And the issue now is that he's afraid that he may lose his children. I said, what about your wife? He said, the wife has long left him.
We have drug-dependent persons here going through rehabilitation in our office here. Many of them are parents. What do you think will happen to those children now who are not with the children? So they will be willing tools in the hands of any person.
A situation where one or both parents are struggling with addiction or alcoholism can lead to a very difficult circumstance for the children.
Some drugs have this whole thing that has to do with violence. So you see a parent begin to be very violent. Then depending on the maturity of that child, you will see a quiet child who usually will say doesn't look for trouble, becomes a bully, just because back then at home, the father had shown those tendencies. The most worrisome of it is that all this could move somebody into depression.
Some of the children I interact with on the street, they tell me why they run out of the home. Because they will see their father beating their mothers mercilessly. And when they try to talk to their father will beat their head and get out, and they will leave the house. They just come to the street. No advice, no upbringing. All they know is the life on the street and life in the street.
Child abandonment is a reality, and the reasons for this tragic occurrence are diverse and unique as the people involved. In our quest to unravel this, we visited one of the homes for street children in Port Harcourt to interact and find out the possible reasons for child abandonment.
From what they share with us that make them run away from home and find themselves on the streets, things like broken homes. There are some places a child, they will tag a child in winch.
Have you had any instance or case where a child ran away because the parents are into drug addiction?
We had a case like that, a boy, his father is late. According to him, that he grew up with a mother, and the mother is a civil servant. Anytime the woman received her salary, she will use it to drink. Before you know, the whole money will finish. Somebody, out of pity, a friend of the father, took this boy, put him in his school. After drinking, this woman will go and make trouble with this man. According to the boy, the man stopped. That's how the boy dropped from school and began to wander all the way from Bansai. He came to Port Harcourt. And along the line, we come in contact with him. He came here, so we interacted with him.
I was born out of wedlock, so the situation at home was tough for me. So then I thought it wise that I should leave the village and come to Port Harcourt to also.
What made you to leave your home?
My bad friends.
Bad friends?
Yes.
I and my brother were in the streets because of the circumstances of my family.
How do you feel being here?
I feel better.
What have you learned?
I have known how to read more, and I've learned respect.
The abuse of substance or alcoholism by parents has far-reaching effects on children and society at large.
What preoccupies their mind is how to buy those substances. So the person loses any attention to care for the family. It gets to the point that he begins to sell what he has. And that's why you see part of the country, they begin to get involved in robbery to fund that habit. Because by the time they are not able to raise money on themselves, they may have finished selling what they have. That is a force still pushing them. It pushes them into committing crime. So the impact moves from one level to another.
When you have spent so much on the substance, the money is reduced. The children's educational welfare, social welfare, they don't find love in such environment. Do you know that some drug pushers use them? They tell them they will hide these drugs and even gum, pistols. Tell them to hawk pure water. Inside the pure water, there are drugs they are going to deliver to their customers, unfortunately. Secondly, some of them go to my, when you see them, my three, those, and some roadside stores. You see children that they're sleeping there. As they're sleeping there, men and women go there to use them. Child labor is there. Trafficking, ritual activities, they are used.
Although some circumstances for child abandonment are understandable, others are unjustifiable. Whatever the case, all hands must be on deck to avoid this worrisome trend.